Welcome into FIU Football Weekly. Panthers coming off a 44-24 loss to the Louisiana Tech, snapping a 3-game winning streak. And Coach Ron Cooper, I know that the final score is the only number that counts, but I thought the defense in stretches on Saturday, hell, they kept Louisiana Tech under their average as far as yardage goes, rushing and passing. They made some stops. Your assessment on the game?
Well, you know, it was a field position game the whole game, and they gained field position in the kicking game probably too much. We gave them the ball on the other side of the 50 4 different times, 2 times from our punt team and 2 times from our kickoff team. One was a touchdown. So for the most part, I think we've got it. If we'd have played better in the kicking game, not have given up the play before halftime where we had a busted coverage, we probably would have been better in the game better.
Yeah, it seemed like they were always starting at your 40 or their 40, and meanwhile you guys are starting inside the 10 or at the 10, and I thought that was a little bit of what, you know, gave them the advantage in the first half. You guys came out with a pretty good drive, got a field goal, got a touchdown at the end of the first half, but I thought that stretch in between the first, second quarter where you guys, I think it was 4 straight punts, kind of like maybe took the wind out of the sails a little bit.
Yeah, they did some good things on defense, and after we drove it down the first series, they came in and probably pressured a little bit more, and we had to make some adjustments. But for the most part, you know, it was a total team loss. It wasn't the offense, it wasn't the defense, it wasn't the kicking game. All 3 phases needed to get better in the game.
Running-wise, you guys only had 67 yards. What do you think was up with the running game?
Well, I think everybody's looking at us right now and they're saying, can we put the extra guys in the box, stunt, twist, blitz to stop the run, and then see can we beat them throwing the football. We got some freshman receivers, so we got John New and we've got T.O. and the other 2 guys are freshmen, 3 that are freshmen in there playing. So teams are going to do that. They're going to make us throw the ball. We've got to find a way, though, to continue to run it to have a chance.
Your thoughts on Alex Magoo on Saturday, and how's he doing? I know he had to come out of the game for a little bit.
Yeah, Alex is doing fine. You know, we'll have him back. I love the way he played in the game. Even after he got injured, he went back in and played injured. What we got to eliminate is the interception for points. You know, when 14 of their points was a kickoff return and an interception that they had on the 1-yard line. You minus those 14 and you take away the play before half, it's a different ball game.
Well, coming up, it's Middle Tennessee last year, 42-34 win for the Blue Raiders up in Murfreesboro. It seems like whenever FIU and Middle Tennessee play, and they've been playing for a while since the Sun Belt, it's like a basketball game. Last team with the ball wins. No change last year, that 42-34 game. What have you seen from the Blue Raiders? They look like they have a very explosive offense as well. Another
explosive offense this week with the quarterback and receiver and offensive scheme that's very explosive. We've got to play well on defense, and at the same time we got to control the ball on offense. You know, if we can control the clock and keep their offense off the field, we'll definitely have a real good chance.
And you got to really focus on their entire offense because they have a good running back in Tavius Mathers, who has nearly 1,000 yards already, 11 touchdowns. Quarterback is the son of the head coach Rick Stockstill, who you work with at South Carolina, Brent Stockstill. And then at receiver, you got Richie James, who's got also almost 1,000 yards as well and 6 TDs.
Yeah, Lil Stock does a great job of running that offense. He's got total control of it. He's very accurate. He can run with the ball in his hand. He's got receivers that can catch, an offensive line that comes off and will block you. The running back can run the football. So this week it's more of a balance. We gotta be able to stop the run and the pass. And Brent's done a great job. He and my oldest son played together when we were at South Carolina. They were about 7, 8, 9 years old at the time. But Stock's been training him to be a quarterback for a long time, and he's playing really well.
A lefty as opposed to when Rick Stockstill played at Florida State, a right-hander. Middle Tennessee beat La Tech 38-34 earlier in the year. Do you see similarities between those 2 offenses?
Well, there's definitely similarities. You know, both have really good quarterbacks, both have receivers that can catch the ball. And at the same time, they've got running backs, you know, so we've got to do some things to disrupt the run at the same time, not get so tied up because he can throw the ball and move it around.
That's Coach Ron Cooper. We'll step aside for a moment, come back with Fermin Silva.
Sportsmanship is an important tradition for Conference USA members. It means being a role model for the next generation.
Giving it everything you got.
But always respecting your competition.
Supporting your teammates, no matter what the situation is.
And representing your school and team with grace and dignity in the classroom, on the field,
In the community.
And wherever life takes you. Show your CUSA pride all day through good sportsmanship.
Welcome back to FIU Football Weekly. Fermin Silva joins me here, and you guys coming off a 44-24 loss to Louisiana Tech. It probably, in my opinion, I think that's the best team in the conference the way they're playing right now. Your thoughts on that game and how the defense did?
Yeah, my hats goes off to the La Tech. Yeah, they're a very good team. But I think as a defense, we played well. It just, it was a lot of misassignments and stuff that we messed up personally, missed tackles that if we would have just ran or executed the play call better, we would have stopped them. And some of it, we got the ball in bad field position that messed us up too. But I think we would have just fixed them errors. We would have been down by 7 points because I think personally we gave them 14 points. But they're a real good team though.
How'd you think about, or what'd you think about the pass rush? It seemed like Higgins had a lot of time to throw back there. Were you guys, blitzing a lot, or what was the pass rush like?
Well, yeah, we was really pass rushing 3 linemen mainly because the coaches had me covering more in zone and stuff. So that's what. So a lot of the guys like Marcus Cheese and Sheriff was getting double team, triple team. But when we did rush 4 linemen, we had got a sack off of it. But I think that's still not no excuse. We still got to get back there. But, yeah, he had a lot of time. That's something we just got to improve on, how to rush with 3 linemen.
You got half a sack in that game with Jermaine Sheriff, tied for the team lead with Trayvon Williams with 3 sacks. And now you guys turn your attention to Middle Tennessee, which has a very similar offense to Louisiana Tech, explosive offense. They got a good quarterback in Brent Stockstill, running back and receiver. I know that you didn't play in that game last year up in Murfreesboro that the Blue Raiders won 42-34. But what have you seen from this Middle Tennessee offense?
Well, they're a different team from last year. I didn't play last year against them because I was injured, so I'm real excited to play against them this year. But they got explosive offense, good quarterback, good skill guys. We just have to kind of practice this week, get on the drawing boards, execute the play calls, and tackle and swarm to the ball and do all our jobs. All 11 guys do our jobs, and we should be good.
Do you see any similarities between the Louisiana Tech offense that you just played and the Middle Tennessee offense you're going to face this Saturday?
Well, yeah, the La Tech offense, I think they got better skill guys, but I think Middle Tennessee runs the ball a little bit more and better. They are efficient with running the ball more to me.
Yeah, they're 2 very high explosive offense. They each score about 40 points a game, almost 500-something yards of offense. So you guys got your work cut out for you on Saturday. Speaking of work cut out for you, you're one of the few guys that speak Spanish on this team. And outside of Michael Montero, would you say you're the best Spanish speaker on this team? Not too many people know that you told me your dad's side is Cuban, right?
Yeah, a lot of people didn't know that my dad's side was Cuban besides like the football player. This all started in high school though, because I never used to tell nobody I talk Spanish till my auntie got in contact with the coaches and she messed around telling them my nickname. And ever since then, everybody knew I talk Spanish and brought it on to here. So I got a few teammates that played with me in high school, like Anthony Jones and Olin Cushion, that told the whole team I talk Spanish. And ever since then, everybody just know I talk Spanish.
What's your nickname?
In Spanish, they call me Tati.
Tati? What does that mean in English?
And it really doesn't mean that. It's just a nickname that my auntie made up for me when I was a little kid.
So you can have a conversation with Michael Montero. I mean, who are the other Spanish speakers on team?
Well, I think Michael Montero, Ricky Fernandez was one of them.
Okay.
And I think that's about it right now that I know of.
Dime algo en español.
¿Cómo está? Yo me llamo Fermin Silva y juego fútbol for FIU.
It's pretty good. Well, and not only you speak Spanish, you speak English, and you want to get into broadcasting. You told me after you're done playing football, a communications arts major here. You said you want to work on ESPN or whatever kind of football type broadcast you'd like to do. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, yeah, as you know, my first plan is to go to the NFL. And after I retire, I was planning just to go on ESPN just like the rest of them guys do. But if I don't go to the NFL, you know, I just want to talk on TV. I ain't really picky about where to talk. As long as I could talk on TV and it's a good paying job to take care of me and my family, I'll do it.
Okay, well, Alex Gardner, your teammate, is also a aspiring broadcaster, and he came on earlier this year in FIU Football Weekly. It took him 38 times to close the show by himself. I'm going to give you a chance to beat that record. It's not much pressure, 38 shots you got. You got 37 shots to do it. All right, so try not to suck. Do it.
Thank you for watching FIU Football. This is Fermin Silva, and I'll see you next week.